Coming up on Iowa 411, we sit down with Quincy King, owner of Super Juice Lounge, to talk about the pop-ups he's been doing and all other things Super Juice Lounge related. In Iowa. Welcome to Iowa 411, the place you get the 411 on all things Iowa. Today, we're going to kick things off with a local business, good friend of mine, bringing some positive vibes, and want to hear his story because it's an incredible one in itself. Want to introduce today Quincy King with Super Juice Lounge.
What's good? What's good? Thank you for having me.
All right, Quincy, let's talk a little bit about Super Juice. I've seen a lot. I've talked to you, but most importantly, I want Iowa and all the rest of our listeners to actually hear the whole story behind Super Juice. So let's kind of talk about the inspiration. So what was the inspiration that brought on Super Juice?
So basically, I think I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so I've always tried to just create different businesses and things. And really, it was just like a necessity of money to fund everything I want to do. Because Super Juice is just kind of the beginning of all the things or the endeavors I want to get into. But yeah, it just started off as something to kind of help me make money. And yeah.
Okay. So as you thought of the juice concept, what started to bring the whole idea to life?
So I tried a couple different things. So as you can see, the Super Juice here is way different than when it started. We started off as kind of like, they look like kind of adult Capri Suns. And, yeah, we just kind of built from there. And really I just wanted a product that looked good and tastes good. So that's kind of where it started, and it's kind of grown from there. But yeah, that's where it started at. Okay.
And then when you decided to go with juice, where did that idea come from? I mean, did it just come out of the blue?
Yeah. So no, juice wasn't always like, it wasn't just juice. I thought of juice as just a kind of way of telling people this tastes good, because it started off as an alcoholic beverage, to be honest.
Okay.
So I just didn't want it to be like, I didn't want people to think of it as, you know how alcohol kind of has like a strong taste. It's not really like hella good unless you're just a connoisseur.
Right.
So I put juice in there to just kind of soften the brain when it comes to just trying the product.
Okay.
It tastes good. It has alcohol in there, but it tastes good.
Okay. Now, when you were in the phase of it being alcohol, how was it accepted within the city? How was it accepted within your following?
Oh, it boomed right away. So I started in 2020 during the pandemic. So nobody wanted to leave their house. So basically I kind of took advantage of that, of just like thinking, okay, how can I capitalize on the market? A lot of people were out of work. A lot of people were at home. So I'm like, while people are at home, they want to have fun. You know, they still want to have fun. They don't want to just be cooped up in the house all day. And so I ran across this guy online, actually, that was doing some kind of similar to Super Juice, but he was in California. And after seeing his success, I kind of wanted to put my own spin on it, kind of bring it to the city, because I didn't see anything like that in the city. So like I said, we started with like Capri Sun, the adult Capri Suns. I'm a Capri Sun connoisseur. I've been drinking that since I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I just was like, I want to kind of combine the two things. So it came in the Capri Suns to start. We added fruit in there. And then it was kind of like a jungle juice type of vibe. Okay. And it boomed off right away. The first person I had try it was my mom, actually.
Okay.
She liked it a lot. I remember recording her reaction. And then I had my brothers trying it. And just from recording people's reaction to the juice and how it tasted, it kind of made other people like, I want to try that. What's in that? Like, what's to it? And I remember the first weekend, it boomed so heavy. I was like, okay, yeah, this is something I can really dive into. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just started there and just grew immediately, honestly.
Okay. Now, the pandemic obviously brought a lot of challenges, mainly transportation. Mm-hmm. How did customers enjoy your product during the pandemic when everything was shut down?
I think that people, like, they don't take serious things as serious as they should, to be honest. So they just didn't really care. They're just like, well, these are the circumstances. I didn't have a problem with people being like, well, how sanitary is this? And I know that there's illness going around. Are you sick? And blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't have a problem with that at all. People just wanted the juice.
Okay.
So, and then when you see your friends drinking it and everybody's just having a good time doing it, it's like a FOMO type of vibe. So
exactly,
everybody just wanted to hop on, and, you know, I'm with it because it's my product. So I was happy. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So as you started to do that, were you doing more deliveries, or were people meeting up with you? How did you kind of get your product distributed during the pandemic?
It was deliveries. I delivered all over the city.
Okay.
Like, I was telling people, you can't be too far unless you live in like Ames or something like that. Okay. And if you live in Ames, you really it depends on the order. Because if you're ordering enough, I'll come. Like, there was a time I was going to Fort Dodge every week, just taking them down there. Because my thoughts was I wanted to expand it. Around that time, though, we ran into a couple of issues, but Fort Dodge, they accepted it as well, like right away. And I didn't really know anybody in Fort Dodge. I had a couple of friends that kind of was like, hey, we were in Des Moines. They tried it in Des Moines, and they're like, can you bring it to Fort Dodge? I'm like, well, if you could get enough people to order, I'll come. Mm-hmm. Just like I said with the whole Ames thing, like, they had enough people, so I came down there. And as I'm delivering in Fort Dodge, more and more people from Fort Dodge were hitting me up as I'm delivering them. So I ended up selling out just my first time going, and kind of made that a stop moving forward.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Well, I want to come back to the sellouts and, you know, all of those things as well. But, you know, as Super Juice morphed into what it is today, what was the biggest thing that made you kind of turn the page? What helped you turn the page to where Super Juice is today, right? You had talked about it was a alcoholic beverage before. Mm-hmm. What was that moment that made you think, hey, let's turn this into something a little bit more healthy?
Okay. It was kind of forced upon me, to be honest. I'm a person who believes everything happens for a reason, and it's like on time, the frequency and energy, like it has to align. So as I was telling you, like, Super Juice was booming at this time, and I did pop-ups at just one spot. I would always go to this barbershop, and we would do the pop-ups there in the back, and it got so popular that I would sell out very fast, to the point where I couldn't make enough. I would always bring more, and it would sell out every time. So there was a time where I would do pop-ups there at least 2-3 times a week, and it got so popular that I had a pop-up one day, and like I said, everything happens for a reason. So this was kind of like God to me, and I couldn't make the pop-up for one reason or another. I can't remember what the specific reason was, but I couldn't come that day. And that day, the police came up to the barbershop, and they asked for me by name, like, hey, do you know this guy? We hear he's doing this out of your shop. Long story short, I didn't have the proper licensing and stuff to be doing what I was doing. So they were coming up there to kind of shut it down, but I wasn't there that day. Mm-hmm. And the head barber was like, hey, just to let you know, this is what happened. And that's what made me stop and kind of recalibrate what I was doing. Like, okay, well, obviously I like what I'm doing. I'm making money, but I don't want to go to jail for this, you know? So I had to just kind of go back to the drawing board. And then what transitioned it is Super Juice kind of took a break for at least 6 months, 8 months, just trying to figure out what all I needed to do to be legal, have it licensed correctly, and things like that. And in that time, I became a personal trainer. So then it came like, okay, this product doesn't fit my brand anymore, because I'm a personal trainer. I can't be selling alcoholic beverages, you know? Right. So long story short, I switched it up. I'm like, hey, let's go the healthy side, which I'm glad I did, because it just broadened my demographic. It went from just people just wanting to drink alcohol and kind of party to I can sell from kids to grandmas now, and everyone embraces it. So my customer base is way bigger than it was before. I can get into spaces that I wouldn't have been able to get into before, because this is healthy. And I feel like the new wave that's going on in 2026, I feel like the last 3 years is just health is wealth. So people want to be more healthy, and I have the product to do that. So Yeah.
That is definitely a fact. And I saw from the products that you brought today, there's also CMOS, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in our conversation as well, too. And, as I've been around and been to different conventions and farmers markets and stuff like that, you see, other juice companies out there as well, too. And what I wanted to just let the listeners hear is what makes your product different or unique from maybe some of the others they may have seen locally at a farmer's market or at a flea market or anything like that.
I would say the biggest difference for us is we come to you. So I don't have a storefront right now, but I do pop-ups and I do deliveries as well. So we actually bring the product to you. We meet you where you're at, so you don't got to come to us. Another thing would be I prioritize good tasting, healthy products. So a lot of the time when you go get healthy stuff, it may be bitter. It may taste healthy, if that makes sense. So I want to make products that actually taste good, but it's super healthy for you. Right. So I feel like that's somewhere we differ a lot as well. You're going to be healthy, but it's going to taste good while you're getting healthy.
Absolutely. And right now, are these the 4 flavors or are there more flavors that you have today?
So these are the flavors that we have right now. Okay. We update our menu a lot. We just try to experiment with flavors and taste and things like that. Okay. But yeah, right now, this is what we got. We got a new flavor coming this summer. I won't say anything about it yet, but it is coming soon. And yeah, I want to expand on the menu as much as possible. So yeah, okay. We got new stuff all the time.
All right. And what I'm holding on to is Savory Sunset, which is a mixture of apple, orange,
ashwagandha root powder.
Also, we have Perfect Harmony, which is strawberry, pineapple, apple, and orange. We're also holding Tropical Green Juice, cucumber, kale, apple, pineapple, and lemon. And the very last one is Island Water, red grapes, green grapes, pineapple, and apple, which is the one we are enjoying today. Let's talk a little bit more now about the CMOS piece. This is something that when I talked to you, this was something that was new to your menu. So what was the inspiration behind bringing CMOS onto the menu?
So as I was saying, like we're always trying to expand the menu. I have a lot of more products that I'm going to add actually. But the CMOS came because actually I'm one who I just study success. So I seen another company somewhere else in the United States. They were doing CMOS, and he was basically explaining like in his first 11 months he had made a significant amount, and then the margins on it is so crazy. And then on the other end, like I said, we want to bring healthy products that taste good. So I noticed that a lot of my friends get CMOS here in the city, but it's raw CMOS. And raw CMOS isn't their best tasting. Let's put it like that. So I decided to add CMOS to my menu, add some flavors to it, because CMOS is considered a superfood. So, like I said, my goal is, like the motto is healthy kids, healthy adults, healthy community. So I want to bring healthy products to people that look like me, people in my community, bring the knowledge to them that they may not already have. And, yeah, just add products that make sense.
I love it. I love it. Can you, for the layman listeners out there, explain the health benefits of CMOS and the frequency of use?
Yeah, so kind of it's a long list, but I'll give you a few. So Super Juice CMOS contains 90% of the vitamins and minerals your body needs daily. It basically comes with like magnesium, iron, calcium, things like that. And then it helps with like gut health, joint pain, energy boosting. It's the list, and it goes on and on. So if you want to learn more about CMOS, I would say look it up because it's actually like an amazing product. My dad uses it, my mom. I encourage everyone really to look into it. And all you have to do is take 2 tablespoons a day, which would be just 2 spoonfuls. Some people take it straight out of the jar. Some people put it in their juice, shake it up, drink it like that. It's good in shakes, protein shakes, matcha, smoothies, really anything that you can add anything to.
Very nice. I've actually had it just plain. It's got a consistency of like an applesauce. Very pleasant tasting. Not anything that was disgusting or hard to get down or anything like that. So definitely something pleasant and something that you may want to look into as well. So now let's talk about your distribution. So I know you had mentioned that you don't have a storefront, but I do know you're a busy guy. You're on the move daily, and we will make some references to your IG and all of the different things that you're doing. But talk about your distribution model and specifically how you get your product out there.
So right now, my biggest thing is just product awareness and getting the brand out there. So right now we do a bunch of pop-ups. I do a pop-up at least once a day for Monday through Friday. And yeah, we're just trying to get, like I said, awareness out there. So I'm trying to get to as many fitness facilities as possible and anywhere that it makes sense to have healthy products. So yeah, that's how we're getting it out there. We do deliveries as well. How the delivery works is usually you'll just put your order in by Thursday and we'll get whatever you order to you by Sunday. So yeah, and then we're starting to get into some of the schools. We have some elementary schools, some middle schools. We just got some high schools in there. And right now we're just delivering to the teachers, but the goal is to try to get it into the meal plan, because my thoughts are if we care about our kids, we should have healthy products for them.
Facts. Have you thought about also making it more more available through stores and different things like that? Have you gone down that path, or kind of look that way?
Yeah, so I've talked to a bunch of different stores. The issue that we're running into right now is we don't use any preservatives or additives, so the shelf life isn't very long, or like long to the liking of the store owners. So that's where kind of sea moss has kind of came in as well, because sea moss has a longer shelf life. So we're able to actually pitch that to the stores and get those in the stores. Okay. So yeah, we're still working on that side of things, just how it would make sense and where it would make sense. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll have it in some stores near you.
Okay. Are you open to doing different pop-ups? Like, I know there's a lot of different like vintage flea markets. You got the farmers market, things like that. Are those the type of events that we could see Super Juice pop up at? Yeah.
I mean, any and everywhere. I always tell people, like, as long as my main mission is just get the brand out there. So even if there's 2, 3, 5 customers that come, or potential customers, I'm cool with that.
Okay. And it is at Super Juice Lounge is the IG. We will flash that throughout this conversation. Next question I had there for you here, Quincy, is, when you decided that you wanted to go into business and juice became that thing, what was that golden ticket moment that you said, hey, this is what absolutely needs to happen in order to get Super Juice off the ground?
Man, again, I'll go back to like telling you that I really believe everything happens when it's supposed to, on time. So I had something that happened where, long story short, I had a bunch of money taken out of my bank account. It was like $10K plus, let's just put it like that. And I'm in a bind now. So I'm like, okay, I'm talking to one of my friends, like, what are my options here? Like, what can I do? Just brainstorming. And I'm like, you know what? Super Juice is as big as I want to make it, because everywhere I go, it sells out. People love the product. And the response I get just lets me know, like, this is something you need to really take serious. Because before, I would just do pop-ups here and there. If I had an event, the product would be available. I wasn't really doing what I'm doing now, like the pop-ups every day, the deliveries every week, and things like that. It just kind of was just something that came with subject one. But yeah, I had that setback, and it just put things into perspective for me. And I started doing the pop-ups every day. I've been selling out dang near every day. And that's what kind of gave me the confidence of, okay, yeah, this is a win. They say you only need to be right one time. So I'm like, this is right, So I kind of just put everything else that I was doing to the side a little bit and just put full focus into Super Juice, and it's been paying off.
Absolutely. And I could just see from, what I see on your story and just through following you, it has been very, very successful, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What would you say your biggest challenge was that you would look at a business owner looking to build a new business, your biggest challenge that you would say, hey, be aware of this. This is something that you may not think could come up, but just be aware. Just create some awareness. What would that thing be?
I would say that don't get to the point where you're thinking yourself into stagnation, because you don't know what you don't know. So my thing is just hit the ground running. Problems will arise, but I mean, that just makes us better as a business person, period. When things happen, you got to solve it. So I would say just don't hesitate. Have faith in yourself. It doesn't matter if other people see the vision or not. Like, trust your gut, trust your instincts, trust your thoughts, and go with it. Because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be sitting with you, talking with you right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Something you wish you knew before you started that you learned through the process, but you wish you maybe would have known that before you went in. Maybe it would have changed the direction of where you may have started, or maybe where you would have pivoted to.
I think I didn't know what. So I thought I knew, but I didn't know what it takes to actually run your own business. It's a lot. Like, when it comes to just now, because, you know, we got social media, you got to create a story, you got to post all the time. Then I got to book all the pop-ups. I got to be the one at the pop-ups. I got to sell the product. I got to market the product. So it's just a lot that comes with running your own business. So I would say that I wouldn't say, like I said, don't think yourself into stagnation, but just know it comes with a lot of work. I read a book that's like the 10X rule, I think it's by Grant Cardone. And he basically says, like, whatever you're thinking that you're going to have to do, like the effort you think you're going to have to put in, you might as well times 10X it, because that's what's going to come with wanting to go where you're wanting to go. So, like, for me, trying to expand and just really scale the business, it's like I didn't understand what would actually come with it, but now I see it's just a lot of work. But when it's your thing, like, it's fulfilling, because I mean, it's mine. I'm building what's mine, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's rewarding in the end, but it is a lot of work.
Absolutely. And I can speak from experience as well. But the payoff is the success that it brings as well, too. So I just want to congratulate you on your success. And if just the general public wants to get a taste of your super juice, is it just a reach out via IG, put in an order, and it's coming your way type of thing? Kind of explain what that experience looked like.
Yeah, so how it works is you'll just shoot us a DM on Instagram. We'll send you our updated menu, and you just pick what you want. We'll deliver where you're at. Another thing is I want to get out there is a lot of misconstrue is when I have pop-ups, people think you have to be members at these places to get the juices or come get the juice. You do not have to be a member at any of the places I'm at. You can pop up and grab a juice wherever you see the pop-ups at. So there's a couple ways. Like I said, you can order through us, or we post our pop-up schedule every week on the Instagram. Just kind of pay attention to that, and yeah, come get you some juice.
First of all, you got to make sure you follow at Super Juice Lounge. That way you do see the location of each of the pop-ups. There is one going on almost daily, so you can't complain that you've never tried it, because if it's in your area, you need to make sure to get over there. Okay, so let's shift gears just a little bit now. So you talked about the whole Super Juice journey, and you know how it's impacted your personal life from a personal training perspective. And so let's talk about, what did you do before Super Juice? What was your main focus before Super Juice?
Man, music, really. I was heavy into the music scene, doing shows and putting out music, doing videos, and kind of just being on the scene like that. I've always been an entrepreneur, so I've always been a part of like sales and the jobs and those ends. But yeah, I was doing music, man. I'm still doing music now, but
okay,
yeah, that was the main focus.
Okay, and then when did you get into music? What was that starting point for you from a music perspective?
So I've always been in music my whole life. So I was in like the choir when I was a kid, and church and things like that. I did a talent show in middle school and high school and all that. But I was into sports as a kid a lot. So basketball was my main thing forever. And when I went to college, I ended up tearing my ACL. which made me have a lot of downtime where I was just kind of bedridden, leg in a cast, things like that. And from then I just started creating my own music, because before I would, like I said, be in the choir, do the talent show, which was everybody else's stuff, and me just kind of like karaoke in it. But when I tore my ACL, I started making music on my own. And I shout out my brother Kelly. He was my roommate in college, and I would always make music and play it for him. And he'd be like, bro, this stuff is dope and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm just doing it for fun. And it went from fun to us doing shows, us going to other cities doing shows, people really loving the movement. And yeah, that's kind of how I got into that. And from there, I just was kind of building my catalog, trying to build a fan base. Really, like I said, entrepreneur, just trying to make some money. Yeah.
Absolutely. So are you still active in the artist role today? Like, are you doing shows and different things today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually have a show coming up here soon.
Okay. Very nice.
There's one June 7th. It's a Fade Fest. It's actually a barber convention.
I have heard
and they're
about
having me
that.
come perform there.
Okay. All right. Fade Fest coming up in June, you said?
June 7th.
June 7th. So be on the lookout for that. So let's talk a little bit more about the musical side of it. What's your musical name?
Subject One.
Subject One. Okay. And with Subject One, what genre of music are you? Is it R&B? Is it hip hop? What type of genre?
So I make hip hop, R&B. I rap. I would say all of that. I do like Afro style music as well. That's kind of where the name of Island Water came from. That's actually one of my songs.
Okay.
So it's got like a tropical vibe to it. When you get the chance, man, you check that out.
Okay. So from a music perspective, so when you and I talked, you had shared something really, really cool with me in regards to the music and getting access. Because one of my questions was, well, how do you get access to your music? So can you explain to our listeners how you can get access to your music and how you can potentially unlock even more?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can find me on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Anywhere you stream music, you can find my music. Let's put it like that. Even if you're on your Xbox, you can find it on there. So, yeah, anywhere there's music, I'm on there.
Okay. And it's Subject One, and the spelling of that?
SUBJEC, the number 1, NE.
Make sure you get that right. That is the artist name there. Now let's talk about, you had mentioned to me a video game, and I'm just curious if you can share with the listeners, bring that to life for me, the whole video game concept, what kind of got you into the video gaming, and then what you have cooking right now from a Super Juice and a Subject One perspective from a gaming.
Okay, so the video game come from the perspective of just doing music for a long time and not really seeing a big payday from it, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking, how can I stream my music or put my music out there to where it'll be more entertaining, more immersive, and that I can actually charge what makes sense for my music. So again, I seen like I said, I studied success. So I seen a guy, I think he's in LA. He made a video game, and it was like a jumper game where you would just jump, and once you got to a certain score, you would unlock a song. And I seen he had success with that. Like the fans, the people following him, it wasn't just music. Because nowadays I feel like when people listen to music, they're not just listening to music, they're doing something. It's a task. It could be lifting weights, it could be just anything, playing basketball, cleaning your house, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I want to make a game like this. I want to make something that is immersive, something different, something I haven't seen from around here, from the city at all, and just creative. So I created a game. It's kind of like a vintage Super Mario game, like a jumper style game. And basically I implemented the Super Juice in there as well. The concept of the game is basically like you'll just go through the levels, and as you unlock the levels, you unlock music. And the background of the game is Des Moines. There's like cornfields. You can see the Casey's Arena in there. We got the sculpture park in there. And it basically is just like a representation of where I'm from. And like I said, the juice is in there. So like when you start the game, it's me as a skinny guy, because I was skinny before. I got into weights and stuff around the time that I started doing juice. So when you get the juice in the game, you kind of buff up. You also get a superpower of like being able to shoot juice out. So like think of Mario when he gets the flower and he starts shooting out fireballs. It's the same thing, but just with juice. There's shoes in the red shoes in the game you can get that allows you to double jump. There's a Harley in the game as well. The Harley, when you get the Harley, it's kind of like think of the star power in Mario where you get the star power and you're kind of invincible. The Harley is the same thing in the game. And yeah, I just wanted to make a more immersive style of the story of Subject 1. And I feel like this game perfectly kind of embodies that. So
very nice. Very nice. And the game Super Subject?
Super Subject, Journey of Reinvention is what it's called.
Journey of Reinvention. And you can get that either via your PC, Google Play, and Apple Store.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So now, one more thing before is, are you willing to do a freestyle for us?
Yeah.
At the very, very end?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
let's do it.
Real quick, I want to go through just some rapid fire stuff, right? So you've shared your personality, you've shared your background a little bit. You and I share one thing, and that is we both went to Hoover High School. So shout out to all the Huskies there. Also, my cameraman KG, his dad went there as well. So we're all happy Huskies around here. But just a couple, just quick fire things. I want the audience to learn just a few things new about you. So. Okay. If you're looking to go to a local spot, what would be your favorite local spot you'd go to? It could be a bar, it could be a restaurant, it could be anything. What's a cool local spot that you've been to?
Honestly, it's not even a bar or like anywhere to get those type of products. I like going to the barber shop just to have conversation about life.
Okay.
So my favorite spot is Universal Barbershop.
Okay.
I go up there often. And, you know, it's like a breath of fresh air because we all in there just talking about whatever it is going on. And it kind of just like, I'm so used to just being business all the time that going there is just, it's relaxing to me.
Sure. Shout out to Universal. Shout out to the landlord. Shout out to all of those guys, Big Rob, all of the barbershops here in the city. Coffee. What's your favorite coffee spot?
I like Northern Vessel.
Northern Vessel.
Yeah,
okay.
They're fire. I like them. I like Smoky Row is pretty good too, but
okay.
Yeah, I've been finding myself going to Northern Vessel.
Northern Vessel. Now that's newer, right? That's the one over on Keogh Way, right? Correct. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about just a couple other things. Are you a coffee or a smoothie guy?
I like both, to be honest, but I have to drink coffee every morning. It's crazy because I never drank coffee before.
Right.
And I was just going like, man, I need some type of energy boost. So I decided to try coffee, and it was like, I feel like that's a cheat code to life. Like, it gives you so much energy, it's crazy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I definitely would do coffee.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
I'm a night owl.
Okay.
You'll catch me up very late. In the morning, like, it's cool. I get up. I always tell myself, you know what, get out of bed as soon as my alarm goes off. But it don't work, like, all the time. Let's put it like that. I'd rather just be up. I do my best brainstorming at night. I always find myself up until 2, 3 in the morning.
Okay. Last question. If Super Juice Lounge had a celebrity ambassador, who would it be?
Larry June.
Larry June.
Larry June. That's
Why?
my guy because he's already into that space. Like, he's got his Larry's orange juice. I feel like he's a artist who represents healthy habits, and it would make the most sense to go with somebody who's already on the health train rather than trying to get an artist to get on that train.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on, but I'm not going to let you get away without letting us hear a little bit of this music. So we got one of your beats here. I'm going to cue up here.
Yeah. I do not waste my time. I just been on my job. I just been living. I just been learning how to better do my part. I just been manifesting all the things I want. I just want to move forward with all the things I thought. Yeah, I've been in my bag. I'm still in my bag. Happy with the things that I have, but I want to add more to that. I try to take a few steps back, but I couldn't ignore the fact that I'm really him and I really drop gems. I'm a real living artifact. And they know. Yeah. They know. Yeah. They know. They know I'm on my job, they know I got me for ready. They know. They know. Yeah, I don't got nothing to hide. I can see all the spite. I don't got too much pride. I put all that to the side. They went left, I went right. Let's let Jesus decide. There ain't no wrong or right. We can still both get to the pie. We can still both reach a new height. I'm not the nigga to try. Try me, I'ma pull it out and tell them reach for the sky. They gon' be loyal until them boys pick them up and read them their rights. I seen the demise. I wouldn't oblige. I know some bad hoes that'll set you up, look like Nicki Minaj. They gon' play the facade. You gon' get your ass robbed. I know some real niggas that'll spin the block just to make sure they got them. They say I'm a problem. They know I'm a problem. They know. Yeah. They know, they know, they know, they know. They know. They know. They know, they know, they know, they know. They know. They know I'm on my job, they know I'm coming for everything. They know I'm on my job, they know I'm for everything.